Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm Sven and this is Dave, and as usual he's been a bit of a dick.
Yeah, you're funny. Why am I pushing the live button? Was I pushing the live button specifically so you could do that?
Yeah.
So I worry about you. So, have we got anybody waiting to say hello before we commence with our wonderful video for this evening?
Don't think so. Right, it's not connected yet. There we go.
We got an advert. Yay! Should we watch the whole advert? No, I'm skipping the advert and I'm turning the volume down because feedback.
And this is why I don't use Apple Pie.
No, it's fine. It's just me. Alright, so we've got 5 people in the chat apparently.
Okay.
So,
hello everyone.
Hi, welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight we're going to do a couple of product reviews. The first of one is the USS Glenn, the Star Trek Discovery Limited Edition variant. So, shall we do that and then move on with the mag and then do news? Or do you want to do news? How do you want to do it, Sven?
Let's get this out of the way.
Let's get this out of the way. Yes. Much like my love life, let's get it gone. So...
Evening, Dangerous Dark Dave. Hello, Daryl Barber.
Hello. So, okay, first things first, before we actually open this one up, let's say that these have been available at various events. They were available at, was it San Diego, New York?
Birmingham. 2 American events, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Okay, 2 American events in here. When I was speaking to them, because I was annoying them on the stand from like 7 o'clock till 9, waiting for them to... sorry, I wasn't. I tried to speak to them at 7, 8 and 9, and then got to speak to somebody at 11, and he said, we're not selling you until 2. And 1:45, I went and said, right, where do you want me to start the queue? So I was the very first person on Friday to get one, and I will give them their due. They tried really hard to monitor the queue and to make sure that people only got one. So the horror stories I've heard from other events, like somebody on the stall, not mentioning any names, told me that they did one of the events and a dealer queued up and had 9 of his staff behind him.
Ooh.
It's just like, how can you compete with that? So, let's get this bad boy open and review it, shall we?
Okay.
So, standard Discovery packaging quite clearly says that it is the variant. Now, we've already been told that the magazine is the
Discovery one.
Discovery magazine.
So we've already pretty much covered that.
Yeah, we covered that one.
Yeah. Still think they were weird size. There we go.
Yes. Just open that stand. So the base as well says the Discovery on it.
Why are you putting that together? Hi to Adam. Hi to Michael Patel. I'm sorry. JMIB. Hello. When's the dancing starting? Out now.
You're going to wear that, I mean, it's lovely that she made it, but are you actually going to wear that the whole video?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably. Hi, Mike. The Star Trek pizza cutter. Well, yeah.
Star Trek pizza cutter. Oh, I have the classic and the next gen one, and they're heavier. Okay, Sven, would you like to...
Daryl said Eagle Moss did a great job managing the queue.
Yeah.
Adam says I was 46 on Saturday. Stand is Discovery 2. Yes, we know. It says Discovery on the bottom.
It does say, I covered that at the beginning of the episode. Yeah, I was good like that.
So, yeah, it's a Discovery.
Which, to be fair, we liked that.
Yeah.
We liked the Discovery model.
Now, the problem is that isn't this supposed to be a different colour?
Supposedly yes, but you see, they can get away with it because they put the word variant on it, and as I said with the Cobra Mushroom Maroon, when I spoke to Ben and said, "Oh, the whatever," he went, "We never said it was a finished one." I was like, "You released it, and it had the name." Went, yeah, it was a previous model, but you released it. And it had and we ended the conversation there. And you went off and spoke to somebody else. But,
yes. And this was more money than a more?
£40.
£40. Okay.
Big difference from the $1,000 they have been going on eBay. Although this week, not so much. This week they're going for about 200 quid a pop.
I'm pretty sure that decal wrong colour as well.
It is.
Number. But again, that's depending on the arguments about the lighting and colorisation.
Yeah, there's only 500 of these in the world. Get your grubby mitts off it and get all sweaty. Right, so, to be fair, we've already reviewed the ship. This is just a colour variant and a name variant. So,
it's not even a colour variant, isn't it? Is it? It's just the same as the disco.
No, the colour's different to the disco slightly. Would you like me to go and get one? I should have had that to begin with. Yes. Do you just want to go on about the name change whilst I go and get you that one?
It's the Glen. It's got NCC 1030 on it. It doesn't look right. Anyway, Linda, hi. Hi guys, nice being Easter. And yes, Henhat1 on Twitter. Linda got that for me. Another Linda. There's more than one Linda. How bad was Dave's hangover on Saturday?
Yeah, my hangover was unique. See, very, very slight difference, but there is a difference. The browns are darker.
It's literally slightly different production run kind of colour changes.
Oh yeah, I didn't say it was massive. It's just that the bronzy brown. I said brown. I should have said bronze. The bronze is deeper, as is the metallic shift on there, but it is essentially the same paint job.
Right.
There is no difference in the model whatsoever.
We'll take some photos.
The name is done finer on here than it is there. These are much nicer. Well, that's nice and neat. That's chunky as well.
Yeah, that matches more to the ship model.
Also, you'll notice that the window paint jobs here are finer than the ones on here. They're a bit splodgy on this. But again, they only made 500 of these. Yeah, they only made 500 of these. Exactly. So, would I recommend this for your collection? To be brutally honest, no.
Oh, right.
Not unless you're a completist. If you're a completist, like me, I have nightmares about when they do stuff like this, because I'm like, Playmate Toys, Sven will tell you, I queued for 24 hours at some places specifically to buy Playmate Toys because I wanted a complete collection. Then they released the 1701 range and I stopped collecting overnight because I was like, well, I can't get those. That's not, bear in mind, pre-eBay. But it was like, well, I can't complete those. And, they're going for how much each? No. £1,000 a pop on the opening week for 1701s. Yeah. So it's like, no. So, that's my opinion of this one. What's your opinion, Sven?
It's not worth buying a second unit. Regardless of the price, it just doesn't make sense to me.
What, so the name variant?
You don't have a name variant.
You own
something this expensive.
He owns a Yorktown. I'm just saying.
Which is a different model from the Enterprise.
Was it a different model to the Enterprise? No, it was just a name change. It was just a name change on the model. I've got it in my head that it's just a name change. Don't make me go into the living room, Sven. It's just a name change. Is Dave in the chat? It's
just a name change.
I knew it was. Stop winding me up.
It shouldn't have been.
No, it shouldn't have been.
What it should have been is the Mirror Universe Enterprise.
Okay, can we talk about one of the nice things that they did as well?
Can we go through the chat, potentially?
Okay, go through the chat. Go
on. Sven did a better job of advertising this channel at Ben's Eaglemoss update at the Voyager state. I cheated. Did you? You won't know. At the Eaglemoss thing, first thing on Saturday morning, the camera was directly behind me. So I had to my bad count things and I wrote on it, "We need a space dock." Got it. That went behind me and on the big screen.
No, I didn't know you'd done that.
Hashtag, we need a dry dock.
I had no idea.
Bad man, Dave.
Yeah, bad man, Dave.
Is it worth $1,000?
No.
No. Is it worth £40?
Yes. A completist in me, yeah.
Colour of both is the same. Not quite.
Not quite. But you know,
it's not an on purpose colour change. It's more of a.
They
this was done this day. This was done another day.
Yeah, it's just a paint run job. That's all. Which we will show you on the beautiful photos available on our Flickr account. Yes.
Luckily, I gave up completing it a while ago. I take it that's what you mean.
Yeah.
MIB. Gold sticker though. Is it a gold sticker? I thought it was just a normal silver one.
Where?
On the bottom.
Silver sticker. Silver sticker.
That is the Glen, right?
That is the Glen.
No, that's the Discovery.
Oh.
Check the Glen. Is it gold or a silver sticker? It's silver. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know what it is. Depends on the light, but it is silver.
Yeah. It's a future investment. I'm not so sure.
No. With possibly the exception of the Japanese version of the Borg cube, no Eagle Moss ship is an investment. It is only an investment because people ask me about various collectibles because, funnily enough, me and you know about collectibles, and I always say the same thing with anything that is ever released. A collector never owns anything. You're just keeping it warm for the next guy, unless you destroy it. And B, never buy anything as an investment other than an investment in your own happiness, because otherwise Eagle Moss is going to make you cry. A friend of mine had every issue up and 130, stopped at 130, and he sold the whole lot, and he got £400 with shipping, and they're all boxed. So yeah, they're not an investment other than in your own pleasure. And don't get me wrong, I do actually get some pleasure from owning them. You know, I wouldn't have a wall of the damn things if I didn't. Mm. And you love your Federation display with all the ships, don't you? So
yeah, absolutely.
So, but as a financial investment, hell no.
The next door to Eagle Moss must have queued up as they had a Glen Discovery combo on sale for £400 on Saturday.
That would have sold very quickly.
Nathan says, good morning from Australia. We are finally getting Starships again. Yay!
Yay! Good for you guys.
Daryl followed up on the £400 thing by saying that he was dead subtle. Clearly. DR says, weird I can't watch this live on my smart TV, but I have to use my computer. On TV it says error occurred. Please
we cannot be
report
playing.
it to YouTube.
Yeah, please report to YouTube.
Dave meant the gold sticker on the Yorktown.
Oh, on the Yorktown. Oh, yeah, it's got a gold sticker. Oh, you know what? I swear I didn't notice. Right, can we...
I'm knowing it's half the battle. Hey,
whoa! Can we...
Yeah, whoa!
No.
Whoa.
But I like this.
Whoa.
Okay.
Haven't finished.
Oh, okay.
Calm down.
I don't normally calm down until I finish.
Tricky Mike, is it cold there? No.
No, I've got the heat on. He likes the fact that a very attractive
Mike,
young
still
lady
no topless dancing.
thing.
Gold sticker on Yorktown, I mean, it's unique to that model. Yes, Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, I thought they were on about the Glen. And
so was I.
Yeah, okay.
Never mind. Okay.
So, right. Do you want to do the news or can I do
the news?
Do the news.
Do the news.
Do the news.
Right. For those of you who aren't aware, there's various announcements before and during Destination Star Trek. First thing first, issue 141 is the T'Pau from Unification.
Yes.
Issue 142 is a Premium Battle Cruiser.
Again, another awesome ship.
Yeah. Issue 143, the Merchantman. Finally.
I wasn't overly yay, but yeah.
Really? I kind of am. But it's good that they're doing it.
I think it's great they're doing it.
It's interesting they're doing the wrong version of it. They're doing the one from the pre-shots, not from the actual on screen.
See, that bothers me. They should only really do on screen. But the ship after that, yes. Oh yes, I want that.
Thought you might.
I'm actually going to get two. I'm going to see if I can light it.
Fair enough.
Because I looked at the model and went, I can light you.
Things we mentioned the Merchantman. Let's jump to the XLs. The XLs are being extended. This was announced on the Saturday morning, I think it was.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
After the Discovery Enterprise, i.e. the Enterprise from...
Which, to be fair, was nice.
Which is gorgeous. That's going to be the last of the initial run of XLs, by the looks of things. Mm-hmm. And then after that, there's going to be the Akira.
Yeah.
the Bird of Prey,
Yeah.
which would go with that merchantman quite well at that point, I'm
that's
thinking.
size, yeah.
A Danube class runabout.
Which now I can see lots of people wanting that one. To be fair,
Ben says he's not sure whether he's going to do it with or without the roll bar.
I hope he does it without the roll bar.
Okay, I'm hoping he does it
I think
with
you
magnets.
should do two. I think you should do two. I think you should do.
Or just put magnets in the damn thing and have it on or off.
No, he'll do. No,
Yeah.
Why do that when he can sell another model?
Sure. Well, it's the XLs. I mean, this is the thing: is it's only been extended a short amount of time. There's no guarantee.
See, I would much rather have one without the roll bar. Not because I didn't like the roll bar one. I do, but the first runabouts didn't, and I like the first runabouts.
Fair enough. And then the Excelsior. Question is, well, they showed a picture of NCC 2000, but it might be an X.
It might be.
Because, of course, there's some minor differences on there. So that's interesting.
Do you want to do the shapes and then go on to the next page? Because the next page's got some interesting stuff on it.
Right, and then there's also, apparently after gone to is the Nightingale, or was it Nightingale before to Pow? Can't remember, one or the other. Dave saying the merchantman model is a 10. Where's the Melbourne? I want the Melbourne. I like the Melbourne design, and it's coming. It's coming. They promise it. Delighted it's going to be a Premium battle cruiser from DR.
Yeah.
Still waiting for the shop to get the XL Enterprise E. It's been like 8 months sold out. Well, yeah. You're assuming they're going to do another production run. I think probably
they will.
I mean, I'm amazed they haven't restocked the store for this Christmas like I did last Christmas, because suddenly everything came back into stock, didn't it, right about now? So that's a bit of a shock. The XL and Ambassador Enterprise has quite a pronounced gap in the primary hole join. Still got errors on it as well.
Yeah, it has.
Other bonuses. We already knew these were coming.
Oh, the Christmas Day ones, yeah.
Yeah, so basically you've got the Bonaventure, which is the one from the calendars, which kind of looks like the idea of being it's a NX-01 redone as a classic Trek ship, basically is what it looks like. And then the Enterprise F from Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
Which I hate.
Yeah, but will be a popular model.
It will be a popular one.
Right, okay. So that just leaves...
the disco stuff. There's two Klingon models that they unveiled, which is the Quark and the Quaj?
Quach.
Okay, and the Clark, which is basically
I like the Clark.
The disco version of a Miranda class without the roll bar. And they mention the sarcophagus again as being the first special.
Yeah.
They're having
to be fair, to make that thing look right, it needs.
They're saying they're having problems with it.
Can't imagine why.
I can't think.
Oh yeah.
But I'd like to know.
Can you imagine how bad the paint job's going to be on that thing?
Considering Discovery ships are special sized originally, if that's a special from the Discovery line, does that not just make it an XL?
It'd make it an XL, yeah.
So I don't understand why they're not calling it an XL. But that would get really confusing in the Discovery Enterprise. For those of you getting confused, there is in the XL line is the Enterprise from Star Trek Discovery. There will also be a Star Trek Discovery Enterprise in the normal Discovery line in about a year. Okay? So you can have two different sizes.
I was stunned. No, go on, do the shout out.
No, we're done.
Okay, so I was stunned that they actually released this. It is a beautiful, glossy catalogue that has all of the starships in it to date.
Which they outdated the moment they opened their mouths on stage.
Plus the plaques, not having the Shenzhou in here, which means it's already out of date because the Shenzhou plaque is out.
Yeah, but it's
although
a gift, isn't it?
Yes, it's a gift. Well, you say that, but the D.
But that was
they released that, and they don't have the tardigrade in here. But other than that,
tardigrade.
Tardigrade.
Yeah.
But they do have all the other, and you know what? I've got to admit, I'm surprised they went to the expense of releasing it. I think it's fantastic. I love it. It's brilliant. You got one with the Glen. I don't know if they were giving them away separately as well.
Generally, they were just piling them up.
Yeah, it was an absolutely lovely giveaway. I will give them their due. They stand out nice, and the American and the guy who was in charge of the Battlestar Galactica stuff was amazing. He was really nice, really knew his stuff, and he tried to flog me on the Alien series. He knew it was like aliens. And no, he was a really nice guy to chat to, and he very
nice. Shame they won't send us any review copies.
Well, yeah, but in all fairness, I give up. even trying to get them to do that. They only send review copies to people that constantly slag them off, where we occasionally give them good scores, so we're never going to get them. Should we move on to the next one?
DR says, bit shocked at the price of the Discovery Enterprise at 50 quid. Why? It's an XL.
I wasn't surprised.
All the XLs
All
are
the
£50.
XLs are that. That's
why
the
would it
price.
be any other price? I don't understand. It's a similar size to the others, I guess. No, it's an XL. There will be another one later on.
There'll be a different version,
Yeah.
Size-wise.
Yeah. The Disco Prize model did look amazing.
It did. Not as good as the space dock. That thing was awesome.
Not that you're biased in any way.
No, not biased.
It's not like we need a space
dock.
That
reminds me, Sven. I knew there was something. There was very nice people there. So
Costa is the American guy. Was it the American guy?
He was okay, but the English guy was the Battlestar Galactica.
Right, okay. Cool.
Sven?
I do get the alien ships and look forward to the dropship.
For your collection. That is an attack wing. Use a hairdryer, it'll straighten up on the stand. It's what's plastic.
Cool. Okay. So there's now that makes it 3 official models. So there's the Micro Machine, which is bigger than this.
Yes.
And the Eagle Moss is 1.
Yeah.
Because I'm not counting the space docks from the Monopoly set.
No, we're not counting.
We're not counting those. Okay.
Right. So do shout outs and then we'll move on to the second thing that we will be reviewing.
Adam says they did a quiz on Sunday at 5 and gave away freebies. Models. Yeah, and he won the K7. Well done.
Yeah.
Done. Excellent. Right, what are we moving on to?
Did you manage to get it home with the antenna attached, or did you have to straighten it up? Because it looked a little wonky when you showed it to me.
Fair enough. My ships will not fit in that space dock. You're right.
My ships are imaginary, so they fit in there fine. Yeah, he was the gentleman who came down and joined us for the space dock meeting. At the end, next to me, and was chatting all sorts of things.
Okay.
Right. So, long time coming.
Yes, finally got one.
Finally got hold of one. So, shall we do an unboxing and a review?
Oh, let's do
I know that normally we wait and do unboxing and reviews for when we have, editing capabilities. Sven, when are we getting editing capabilities?
Well, I'm working on it.
Please,
I'm working on the monies.
Please,
I've got some of the monies.
Can we start advertising things yet, like Patreon?
Yes, considering it accidentally went live.
You accidentally made the Patreon live. I thought
I didn't accidentally do it.
Patreon did it.
Well,
we blaming Patreon.
My laptop kind of did it.
Okay.
Because like the browser hung, and next thing I knew, there was congratulations and bits and virtual confetti going across the screen. It's like it had launched. I was like, I didn't do that.
Please, for the love of God, so I can go back to drinking heavily when we did the videos and he can edit it out. Patreon. Yay. Right, so let's get on with this. So let's start first of all with this was one of this would have been the 3rd piece of merchandise released with the official 30th version logo for the next generation. The first one being a badge, and the second one, what was the second piece of merchandise that was released with that logo? There was another
which badge did you refer to?
That actual badge was released in a box that had that actual logo on it. So
well,
that
it would have been
the
it would have been the Bluetooth com badge, then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Bluetooth com badge, and then this. So they were the first ones to have that. The packaging is, well, it's bang on. It tells you exactly what it is. It's relatively smooth. Keeps the toy well packaged. The bubble's fine. So yeah, I think that goes up for that much of the review. Let's open that bad boy out. Now, I don't know how much of a charge it's got or how good it is straight out of the box, so we are going to find out. Ooh. Okay.
That's quite nice.
It is. Okay, so the packaging is indicative of all of the new style. Well, I say new style because it's changed.
This is the old style.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's changed, but it's got the computer core and the coloured compartment colour, and it's got the delta with the blast, which I liked this style of packaging. It's a shame that it is no more. Okay, so Sven, would you like to open up that part?
Yeah.
decent weight. The stand has the serial number on it.
Okay.
It's nice.
And all your CC info and stuff like that.
They learned from Art Asylum, who, God bless them, made gorgeous stands, but they all had the exact same problem, which was
thin and wobbly.
Too thin and wobbly, and that you always broke the ball joint. So what it has here is a solid loop piece that the misshaped bottom of the battle drive fits onto. Nice marking that they put that across there. A shame they put it on.
So into the second
screw points are fairly obvious. The manufacturer's name.
There's no painting on the underside.
There's no painting on the underside at all, and you can visibly see the speaker. I realise us describing this doesn't really help.
I'll put some photos of
pictures on for that. But the top is gorgeously detailed. I like that. It's in scale, and
to be fair,
it's
making me think of the Playmates one, which is not a bad thing.
We've got a power switch there and a mode switch there.
Oh, that's clever.
So that's.
I like that.
So. Main deflector initializer.
Going to walk. Why wasn't it going to walk? Okay, that's pretty cool though.
Incoming transmission.
Not a clean sound effect. There was a thing in the background there.
I think that was from 11001.
Yeah, it was.
You never really binary code for that.
Okay, so we'll turn that mode off and put it back into that mode, and then what happens when you power it down? Nothing gives us power state. Okay, so
that's rather awesome.
That's it on the stand. Would you like to inspect it and see what you think?
One thing about this that I know a lot of people moaned about, which I
the
think
fact that you charge it through the main deflector dish.
Because it's the right shape.
I like that you charge it through the main. Sven, I've had a notification on my phone. Geekology went live.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yes, apparently we
I'm
did.
sorry.
Okay, so
I know it looks a bit weird when it's actually plugged in, but
yeah, no, I can live with that. Although
a little bit of me going, why isn't it plugged into the connector?
No, see, I personally would have done it under there and into the stand.
But yeah, fair enough.
Or I might have even tried wireless charging. I suppose the only reason to have it do it that way is so you can hook it in. So there is, although it comes with the charging cable, it doesn't actually come with the charging plug, which means it can get around doing different countries.
Right, so you're going to try and connect it up?
Yes.
Okay. While you're doing that, let's catch up with that. Adam says, unfortunately it broke, but I managed to glue it back on, antenna. But you can't even tell it broke. Excellent.
Cool.
DR says, so £15 extra for being about 2 inches longer than the regular Discovery ships. Yes, but it's also darn sight bigger. It's much bigger than any of the Discovery ships. The Disco Enterprise, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the cabinet, it's much bigger than any of the ships I've done so far. So as of yet, I've not bought an XL ship, as I think £50 is still too expensive. To be fair, I can't disagree.
Well, let's put it this way. To date, how many of the XLs has Geekology reviewed, Sven?
1. And I got it for £22.
Which one did you review?
Yay.
Oh, God, yes, no.
You forgot, didn't you?
I had forgotten.
Okay. Adam said I can't complain because it was free. Yes, fair enough. I've seen them these in FP, way overpriced.
Forbidden Planet, yeah. Actually, I thought that when I originally looked at it, but that is the retail for the American market with our tax system. That's actually...
it doesn't mean it's the right... It's
no, for Bluetooth,
for what it is.
For a Bluetooth speaker, it's too expensive for what it is. But let's hear the bass, because right now...
Sebastian Zalowski says, hello. Dave Dangerous Dax says, got to say, after one company did some amazing Bluetooth offerings, I'm very let down by FameTech's offerings. I kind of like the com badge, but I'm a bit annoyed with that.
I spoke to 8 people the weekend who came up to me and literally kicked me because they saw our review of the TNG com badge. They bought them. Yeah, not one of them had a paint job that was remotely near left. They'd all completely destroyed, rubbed off. One guy said, I put it in my bag, took it out, no paint left on it.
Wow.
It's pretty bad. There've been a number of paint issues with it. However, the TOS communicator is
But that's
the
that's
TNG one.
one company. That's nothing to do with Vectec.
Oh no, I was just saying.
No,
the communicator.
The TNG one, this is something we discovered after a while. We did feedback and basically said, look, this has happened. They sent us another one out, and the same thing's happened. So yeah, they haven't got a decent covering on them, so you can actually use the things. The paint rubs off. I mean, from a functionality point of view, the TNG functionality is fine, great. But that paint is just it just rubs straight off. Now that's good. Really like the way it lights up. Would look great in the dark. Yes, it would.
Yes, it would. We're not going to demonstrate that right now.
I look better in the dark as well.
I'm being good, and I have not done that job.
Dave says, I'd like to forget about the XLA2.
Yeah.
Don't blame you. It's not like it had the right bleeding bridge module or anything, is it?
60-minute engine and illumination. Wow, those engines will stay lit up for 60 minutes.
Is the Disco Enterprise model more white/light grey or darker silverish in colour?
It was white.
Was it? I can't remember.
You got the pictures on your Flickr?
Yeah, have a look on Flickr. I think I caught it in a few shots. I was actually more aiming at the space dock.
Press and hold for 2 seconds to warp, yes.
Compared with the Anavos Discovery pre-order model at £8,000, the Eagle Moss one seems reasonable. Yeah.
In all fairness, I did have a play. Sven unfortunately missed the Anavos stand, so he didn't get to play with the model they had, but I did. Yeah, it really is stunning, but I would not pay that sort of money. Now, if it was a refit, even so, it was a lot of money. Right. I'm really having trouble getting this to connect. It could be my phone. I'm going to reboot my phone. Okay. Nathan says, I only bought the XL Enterprise E, not enough space for all of them in, as it is in the cabinet. Yeah, you know, this collection is huge and does take up a sizable portion of your collection. Dave says, the XL Disco Enterprise model by Eagle Moss is very much light grey, almost white, when it should be a dark grey. It should be a dark grey. EM have cocked that up, to be honest. I'm kind of wondering what it'll actually look like in Season 2. Whether it'll suddenly be whiter. Which I wouldn't be surprised at. You having problems there, Chap? I just rebooted my phone because Apple phone nearly full. I hadn't had a chance to back it up since the weekend. And I may have got a bit trigger happy with photos. You think? Well, lots of people were sending me contact details, and everybody sent me contact details suddenly sent me pictures of their entire collection. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love seeing people's entire collections. It's just, I had an awful lot of people do it all at the same time. Adam confirmed it was light grey. I took a short video of it on the turntable. Doesn't that sound like a euphemism for a porno? See what I have to put up with every time. See, this is why we need to edit videos. Right, okay, so... Come on, right, there we go. 1701D/Geekology. 1701D. Let's link it. Geekology UK.
Incoming transmission.
Nice, thank you. Due to the fact that we cannot play music, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube and sync up with one of our videos that we have.
At least you can't hump your leg on YouTube.
Oh, that's going to be Dave.
Don't give him ideas.
I ran up and I humped his leg. He was just so surprised. It was quite funny. I ran up, humped his leg and got back to doing what I was doing. It was quite funny. I didn't have time to talk to him and I didn't want him to feel left out. Right, so there's Geekology. Let's find one of our edited videos so we can play the intro sequence. Right, so...
Let's go for the Space Dock one. The recent Space Dock one.
The recent Space Dock one.
Yeah. They're not in order, are they? No, you're on the wrong thing.
Hang on, videos.
Videos, yeah.
That one.
That one, that's it.
Right. Hang on, I was halfway through what...
America's system of justice is on paper. In practice, it falls short of the idea.
Alright. Not even a matter of volume to it.
Slightly strange that there's no volume control on the actual speaker.
No, you don't need that on
I know
Bluetooth
you don't
usually,
need it, but I'm kind of used to seeing things happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Most of the Bluetooth speakers I have, you have a way of skipping a track.
Yeah, which
assuming this doesn't have the
no,
control.
the instructions don't indicate that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a shame.
no, we're not allowed to play any music, especially not the stuff I have on my phone. But podcasts are allowable, so let's hear one of my favourite podcasts.
Hi there. Welcome to The Good Place, the podcast.
I've really gotten into podcasts since we started this. Did you know the #1 podcast in The Good Place is Mozart and Jimi Hendrix talking about music?
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay, so let's disconnect the charging cable for 2 seconds so we can have a look at the main deflector dish. Yep. I personally, whilst I've no issue with the fact it charges up there, since the base, since they did that to the base,
it's all
they
they
should have done that. It's all about the base, no trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ignoring the price point, detail on the top is nice.
Yeah.
I feel that the power and the mode switch are good. The activation switch is nice.
It's missing some way of skipping tracks.
The LEDs are good, missing volume, missing the ability to skip track because that isn't in here.
And there's plenty of like things they could have
things
done
they could have tweaked.
You could have used a bank of escape pods for things like skip and volume and stuff.
But they could have used the impulse engines, warp engines. Yeah. There's plenty of bits they could have done. They could have done Plane 8 on it.
Yeah. I do find it a bit weird that the warp engines don't light up when you activate the warp sound effect.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a shame.
I'm kind of grooving to having an off-white, clear, opaque would be the correct word, base.
Yeah.
I'm quite grooving to the base.
It is quite cool to be fair.
It is. It is really well lit up. I'll give it that. I think it's a shame there's no detailing on the underneath.
Yeah.
I think the charge point, on the one hand, is really funny and clever.
Yeah.
Having it as the main deflector. That's quite cool. But considering they've already misshaped the ship to fit on the stand, I feel they should have used that. I think that's a mistake. Would you agree with that as a fair assessment? Right.
Yeah.
Shall we talk price point now?
How much was it?
These retail in the UK at £70 each.
No. When I can pick up a Bluetooth speaker for a tenner.
You can pick up a good Bluetooth speaker for like 30.
Yeah. I mean, I can't talk because I've got a Sony Bluetooth speaker at home.
What was that, 100 and what?
It was worth about it was sold for about 100. I didn't.
Yeah,
I got it free with the phone, but
I know, but the point is the original retail on that. I have a few Bluetooth speakers, including everything they've ever done with Star Trek written on it.
Yeah.
But I do have some other Bluetooth speakers.
I mean,
the bass is nice. The volume
sound reproduction isn't bad. I'm not going to say it's as good as the Sony unit I've got because virtually nothing will be. But yeah, this is.
But the price point.
But this price point.
The price point's too high. Okay, so if we were going to ignore the price point and we were going
should be 50 quid tops.
Okay, so you think about 50.
Yeah.
How would you score it? Because on the one hand, it's a model, and we like models. And we like the D.
Yeah, but that underneath the underside really does let it
but
down.
on the other hand, you've probably got this sitting on a low table or a desk where you've got some drinks out, you've got a few people around, it's social, it's fun, it's meant as a fun piece.
Then when you display it and you're not using it, it goes up there.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm also a bit disappointed with the light leaking and the fact that the blue doesn't come to the front of the wall windows.
Okay.
At 70 quid.
At 70, which is the standard retail. Correction, the standard retail's obviously $69.99, but yeah, it's 70 quid a pop.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
If it was 50, push it up to a 7.5.
You know what, I'll give you your due, that's a fair assessment. I do think it's overpriced for what it is.
Yeah.
the fact that it's got no volume buttons is a thing for me, because only being able to set. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all set it from the device anyway, but it just seems a little strange it doesn't have one. I do like the fact it's got a play mode.
Yeah.
Not that you'd use it, but it's nice that it has it. But on the other hand, the electronics in there should be able to cope with the play mode. I think they missed the opportunity with the charging station for it. See, in all honesty, we've really been ruined by OneTech's original series communicator, because that thing is beautiful.
The One Company.
The One Company, sorry.
Yeah, that is.
The One Company one is, without a shadow of a doubt, not only a beautiful toy, a great replica, an incredibly useful gadget, it's still one of my favourite pieces of merchandise.
Yeah, totally.
This is not going to be replacing my Bluetooth speaker from my phone, because it's kind of ironic that I use that classic Trek one, considering it's bigger than my phone. But I do, like if I'm in the bath or so, I do use that as my speaker. This will not be, this is going to sit in my office and not move. So yeah, you know what, I agree, I'm going to give it a 6. If it had been cheaper, it would have scored more. I think you're right, I think 20 quid difference would have made a 1.5 difference.
Yeah.
So those are our views. If you happen to have one, feel free to let us know now. Now, I've been rattling for quite some time, Sven, so how are we doing on the feed?
I think we need to work out how do we make a FameTech com badge usable.
Oh, I already know how to do that.
Okay. Well, we'll do a bit about that at some point.
Okay, yeah.
To 2 of them, won't we?
Okay, well, you know what? I will do 2 different tutorial classes. I will... my utility room has been out of action. My utility room doubles up as my workshop, which Sven will tell you has got all the wonders of the world. I've got glass blowing equipment in there, metal gearing equipment in there, spray paint. If it's a weird hobby, I've probably got the thing for it. So we will do a tutorial where I will show you how to do a standard repaint on it, and how how we can do a plotter cutter vinyl replacement, or the one that I'm going to do for you, which instead of using a vinyl replacement, you can get spun cast flat sticker back aluminium.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do you just an aluminium delta.
Okay.
For the top, because it literally
Make it
just
usable,
sticks
because
straight
I want to be able to use it.
yeah, because the thing is, it is a lovely thing to have. So,
Exactly.
Right, so let's get back to shout-outs. What have we missed? Who have we missed? What have we done?
Right, let me catch up. Underside really lets it down, can't have it on a high up shelf.
Yeah.
Case rested. To be no treble at all, because it's all about that bass.
Oh, about the bass.
That reminds me to watch this week's Good Place, says JMRB.
Oh, it's good. It is.
Dave
good.
passes on a message from Linda. Oh, Sven, you're wearing your hat. Kissy face emoji. Any day of the week. But she cannot leave comments due to her ancient device known as an iPhone.
She must have a really old iPhone.
iPhone, people actually still use them.
Yes, we do. Some of us are very happy with them because they.
People still use iPhones? Oh, Lord.
For those of us with certain.
Century.
For those of us with certain disabilities, the iPhone is an incredibly versatile piece.
Like the inability to buy a decent phone.
It is an incredibly versatile piece.
I believe the age of her device stems from an era when people did use iPhones. Nathan says, lol, I have a Galaxy S7, got it for free because I had a Note 7. Yeah, you don't want that going through an EM pulse. And I couldn't even work at the airport because they were worried it was going to blow up. There was reason for that. It was going to blow up. The Wand Communicator is a work of art. I love it. It is quite possibly the best piece of merchandise ever.
Yeah. Actually, oh God, where's his name?
And since I've gone through 2 communicators from FameTech where the pants come off.
I forgot what his screen name is. The gentleman who was on about the K7.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah.
Adam ordered a second charging base for his one, stripped it down, put the charging element in a leather wallet so that he can have it in his pocket and charge his phone as he's walking, charge the communicator as he's walking around. And God bless him, he even offered me one to have, but you know what I'm like. It would, yeah. So, but yeah, it was a neat gadget. Yeah, it really. And the thing is, He'd put a lot of thought into it. He'd stitched all the leather on it. He'd done a really nice job. It was a cool thing.
Fantastic.
So,
Right, so, yeah.
yeah, so that's out of the picture. Right, how long have we got left on this episode?
15 minutes.
15 minutes, right. So, have we done all the shout-outs we need to do?
We're up to date. In a shock move.
In a shock move. Well, we've...
Oh, Dave says, both the One Company Trek products are the best ever. Phaser's not bad.
I would love to comment on the phaser. Sadly, I have not got one in my collection yet.
And then they've got the...
We will get one to review at some
And then there's
stage.
the Mood Light one they did with the phaser.
We will not be buying that to review at any stage. Not because I don't think it's a great idea. It is genius. Like The Rock. The Rock is good. The Phase 1 phaser that is with it is not good. And I'm not spending my money on that.
But it's screen accurate.
It might be screen accurate, but it is crap when you compare it to the Art Asylum one. I'm not spending the kind of money that is because it is an expensive toy.
It's only about 55 quid.
No! It is, no, it is an expensive.
Sure.
It is. Forbidden Planet I've got non-stop.
Oh, okay.
Planet, I mean, stop.
Forbidden Planet.
Zabby. Okay, if we can get one to review cheap, we will, but it's not going to be in the foreseeable future because I just did DST and I'm skint.
Yeah. Dave says they really hit an amazing price point of functionality, quality, and accuracy.
Yeah, bang
on the
on.
One Company stuff. They're 120, aren't they? Generally. It can be picked up a little bit less if you're lucky. They're expensive at DST, 150 for the communicator and 200 for the phaser. Yeah.
And yeah, I know one
120.
stall that had both products for only £100.
Okay. It works great, even has magnets, so I can wear it on a belt.
Yeah, yeah. But that's it. I stitched neodymium plate into my Classic Trek belt and it just sticks straight on. It's beautiful, yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Have we got anything else to cover tonight?
Well, we could do a number of other little things, but I think it'd be a little rush to do. I'll tell you what, let's do fansets pins. There you
Okay.
go. So, this is the latest offerings from Fansets, available on their website and at StarTrek.com occasionally.
Well, StarTrek.com carry a very small
limited
amount
number
of them, to be fair.
Right, so, there you go. These retail in America for $6.99.
It feels
Yeah.
really light. It's almost aluminium, isn't it?
Yeah, these retail in America for $6.99. Then there is a $15 shipping charge, and then there is customs and VAT on top of that, and then maybe a surcharge on top of that. So they tend to come over here for 30 quid a pop once you've paid for everything.
If you buy them one at a time.
However, there are a couple of dealers in the UK who have them, and they retail all over the place. About 20 quid is the average with postage and packing for one of those. I personally think it is a gorgeous little pin, but of course I would think that it's the Mirror Universe and it's fansets, and I like fansets. It's just I can't afford to collect fansets because some of theirs are limited to 1,000 units and they start at like $200
And they've already
each.
got one hell of a catalogue of pins.
Oh, their
Considering
pin
how
catalogue
short-
is massive.
How short a period they've actually had the license for. It's
They do
insane.
one this big that's a 1950s television, black frame television with in colour the opening sequence to the original series on it, which I wanted it, and it was $300 for a badge. Oh, entertain people with that. I want to do a thing because we can't do a review of it, so we've got to do it.
So this is the copper version of it, which is obviously services, engineering, security, etc. The gold one would be command, and the silver one would be medical and science. Yes, it's rather nice. Quite thin, very light. That won't be dragging down your clothing too much. As usual with fansets, we've got the rubbery plastic yellow clasp on the back.
Okay. Now, Sven posted a picture of this on Facebook to mock me because he thought it was appropriate.
Yeah.
This, for those of us who collect badges, is a Star Trek, the Next Generation com badge, made to look like a mirror ball with a Captain Picard on a spring doing this wobbly thing.
Disco Picard.
Right.
Because Picard was
Now,
a disco.
These were released for the Star Trek cruise. They were limited to the Star Trek cruise. However, the remaining stock was sold to a couple of American dealers. I picked this up because I'm me, and I thought it was fun. I was very, 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 very surprised when I went to put it on and found out that it was made by Anna Voss. So you are full weight in this.
There won't be any. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, there will.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that lets that down
Yeah.
is the fact that it has 2018 in it. So, you know, I plan on wearing it at quite a lot of events.
Yeah.
I do
Got to
think
keep
it's a
an eye on
shame.
that spring.
I do think it's a shame
Starting to
that it
deform
has
already.
the name. Yeah, in all fairness, somebody battered it round quite a lot.
No, he didn't. Lie. But okay, yeah, that spring is.
Isn't that awesome?
But it is awesome. It is awesome.
This is my kind of geek. This is fun. Somebody went, you know what we need? Disco Picard. So I would highly recommend, if you see one of these, pick it up. They're available on the cruise for $40 a pop. God knows what sort of price they're going for on eBay. I picked mine up at 20, and I think it's amazing. Are people mocking me?
Not yet.
No, yeah.
Okay. Right, Daryl says, Dave, do you still have the phaser?
I'm out of phasers at the moment.
Okay.
We need to review them. No, hang on,
the one
phaser.
company phaser.
Oh no, sorry, I thought we were on about Bluetooth communicator. Phaser, I've not got a one
one company.
I've not got one because we've never reviewed one. I've not got one.
Oh. So
it's on my list of things to get.
Because the way you said things earlier, it sounded like you had one on your stand.
No, I had the original series communicator and then the TNG series communicators.
Sorry, we're talking about one company.
Yeah, I had the TOS Bluetooth communicator.
Yeah.
And I had the TNG Bluetooth communicator. That
Well,
was
that's not one.
Yeah, I know, but that's.
But you said earlier you had a communicator and a phaser.
No,
You're
it
confusing
wasn't
people.
phaser.
Stop it.
Sorry, it's me being crazy.
Yes. Linda went over from kissy emoji to telling you all to feck off over her iPhone. She says she's using it against her will.
No! iPhones are amazing. Don't use them against your will. They're lovely. They're lovely.
It's yeah. I'm having to deal with iPhones at work at the moment.
I like Apple
they
products.
do my head in. I can't figure out how to. Half the settings are in weird places. It's
yes,
weird.
the new update has
Bizarre.
put settings in strange places.
And Chris says hi. Hi, Chris. And then Track Collector's turned up at the bottom, which is Chris, saying, love the hat, Sven. Thanks. Thank you, Linda, again. I love it. In case you hadn't noticed. I guess I'm included in that feck off too, says Dave. Yeah. And Adam says, and you love your pins as well. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. JMIB says to Dangerous Dak Dave, some people are stuck in their weird iPhone's way.
What can I say? I'm happy with the product.
I'm just waiting for my phone to get the Android Pie upgrade. Any minute now, Android 9. Any minute now, it's going to suddenly download Pi, and I'm going to be like, oh god.
And what's it going to do? Make the processor run a little cooler?
No, there's loads of learning and AI stuff it's going to have, so it'll be able to have settings set up for various things.
Okay.
I haven't dug into it yet, to be fair.
As I said,
I'd rather just play with it.
Sven is a big defender of various technologies, and I'm 100% on board with that, and I will happily try most things. However, for my day-to-day life, my iPhone is an appreciated piece of technology.
Dangerous Dak Dave says, to be fair to folks, people probably want their phones to last longer than 3 years, and the fact they don't is pretty laughable. I will absolutely totally give you that. Because, I mean, my last phone I had for several years after, and I was basically borrowing it for that period, so I was quite happy with that. And this one I've got now, I'm going to want to upgrade it, annoyingly, because the replacement of its replacement, the features it has are insanely good and will be actually really useful for the channel.
See, I'm not that bothered about upgrading. The new iPhones are not good enough for me to upgrade from that one.
No, that's fair enough.
Maybe the next generation ones, but the present gen, no.
Fair enough. Dangerous Duck Dave says, I has pie. Well, do you have ice cream with that? You need 2 phones to do that. Pie and ice cream. Anyway. Trek Collector says, David, stop everything and get a 1 company phaser.
If I could afford one, I would. I want one in my collection. I have not had the money, unfortunately.
Still
I
can't...
was poor.
Adam says, still can't believe I managed to get the relativity pin at the con, and neither can you.
No, neither can I. He's a nice guy, but when he showed it me, I did debate killing him.
Nathan says iPhones are way too easy to break. Samsungs don't die.
If you ever get bored of that particular badge, you know it can have a loving heart.
Come on, Nathan. Come on. iPhones are way too easy to break. Samsungs don't die. You can drop them, throw them, and you can bake them in a pie. They just won't die, unless it's a Note 7, at which point it will kill you by exploding in your pocket. Dangerous Dak Dave says, David, that Hallmark C you sold me is probably my favourite thing from DST. Thank you ever so much for that. Yes, because it's better than any other model of the thing, isn't it?
And
looking at Eagle Moss.
Oh, if anybody wants Hallmark tree ornaments, I've got a wonderful special coming in on Enterprise D's, Romulan Warbirds, and Klingon Birds of Prey. Plug. I
tell you what, I'll let you post that those have arrived on the Space Dock group and on the Geekology group. You're really good.
Yay!
Really good.
Yay!
If you're interested in Space Dock Birmingham, www.spacedock.space.
Right, how long before we need to wrap this bad boy up?
4 minutes.
But this got a card. Sorry, I've now got a shiny thing, and yeah, this is a great pin. As
Note 7 bakes itself. Yes, it does.
Oh, actually, I tell you what. Let's cover something that peed me off at the event.
Okay.
Right. There were American dealers there giggling their arse off that they had Borg and Starfleet Academy pins between £2.50 and £7, laughing that they got these European exclusives. It really annoyed me. Through the Canadian market, the Americans got dumped all of the German Blu-ray box set badges. Ooh. Really annoyed about that.
There was only a couple of them.
There was the Borg. It was the Academy, the Borg, and the Romulan. And the cases that they came in.
Yeah, I saw the cases.
I was annoyed about it.
But it's not like they had full sets, was it?
No, nobody had a full set.
So after you mentioned it, I went over and they went, I've got the full set. I'm fine.
I must admit, I did buy a handful of the Academy ones, but I was quite. I tell you what annoyed me was the one day I had them at like £5 a pop, and then you went round the corner and another day I had them at £2 a pop. I mean, don't get me wrong, you always get price differences, but I was like, damn, that's a big difference.
Quite. So going back to this, you were both right about the Bluetooth speaker, well overpriced. Got it cheap thanks to Michael, and for the price I paid, very well happy with it.
Cool.
What was that, 50 quid by any chance? Anyway, Trek Collector, David, have you got any Hallmark C's left?
C's. I haven't got one at the moment, but I'm expecting 2 in before Christmas.
I think Chris is on the list.
It's a beautiful model. It's a beautiful model.
Chris, Trek Collector Chris, you need to be
I'll
reserving one, I think,
poke
there. Nathan says, lol, we were the first country to ban the Note 7 from flying. Or even
well, you couldn't throw it?
JMIB, I want Hallmark ships, but only see them on eBay, and I'm thinking that's a lot of money for a small hanging ship. In some cases it is.
It really depends on the ship and the price point. We might do, well, I don't think we're going to be able to edit videos before Christmas, so I can't see us doing a Hallmark special, but we might do, because we've done them in the past where we've covered individual ships. We might do a Hallmark blast from the past, and we'll cover like a few of the first ships they released. Because
one of the things I want to do is once we're editing again. I mean, we're going to relaunch the channel in a way, and basically we'll do a roundup video for to bring us up to date, to sort of like cover everything from the Starship collection today.
Yeah.
We'll do a roundup video for the Transformer Generation 1 book series.
Nope.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We'll do one for the Hallmark novels.
No. Okay, we can do some for the Hallmark.
So that'd be quite... Yes, live from the Christmas tree this year.
Oh, no. No.
Did you watch all? Go back and watch all of the Christmas episodes. There's one of them where when I said this is the 47th take, I wasn't exaggerating.
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
All that was needed was a Merry Christmas or a Happy Christmas, one or the other. I either would have done. Could I get that out of him?
It was quite funny. That was a fun evening. We had fun that evening, but it was a long evening. Just trying to get that whole thing in one take.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that brings it to an end for tonight.
So thank you.
Stop me from falling asleep on camera, to be honest.
Thank
one
you.
Of those weeks.
Thank you very much for watching. You could subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. Where would they get nice images from, Sven?
Flickr.
And should you be so inclined, we would be very much appreciated for any of your kind. No, we would be. Is it subscribe? We would very much appreciate anybody who could subscribe to our brand new shiny Patreon page.
Patreon.com/GeekologyUK. There is a link from our. If you go to our main YouTube page, you've got little icons on our banner. This is on a computer. And that takes you to Patreon or our Facebook or the music that we get from Cold Storage for the channel and so on and so forth. But I will add it to the link to the strip below as a permanent thing from this point onwards now that damn thing's gone live on me.
So, my recommendation, Anna Voss do really nice pins. Thank you very much for watching and good night.
Bye.
Oh, you're good.
Owen.
Yeah.
Linda, yes, see you next time. Enjoy your weekend. We'll do our best.
Mother
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll try. There will be like stuff turning up here, and over here a bit, and maybe over here. But yeah, enjoy videos and stuff. Great show, guys. Thank you very much, Jay. And we're done.